Creating a side drawer with Flutter is very simple. To create a side drawer, you just have to follow a few steps, and I'm going to show you how to achieve that in this video. So please kindly like and subscribe for more similar videos. So currently we are in the main.dat file, and I wrote this drawer layout, but I'm going to get this off. So in the main.dat file, we have the run app function. The run app function actually tells Flutter the first screen to go to, or the first class to initiate when you run your Flutter app. So the first class that the Flutter is going to take us to right now is the home class. So I copied the home class and I am pasting it in here. So when you run the app, what will display on your screen is the home class. So follow up, you need to have the main.dat file, and you need another class. Create another class, you call it the home.dat class. So we're going to import that class right now. So after importing, we go back to the home class. This is where we have the scaffold. It is a stateful widget. So we're going to actually what we do now is wrap it with a widget, and we're calling this widget a material app widget. So now you all made use of a scaffold. You've all made use of a material app. So that's what we want to make use of here, a material app widget. So the material app will have a property called home. Okay. So in the scaffold, we're also going to have another property. To create a drawer in Flutter, you need the drawer property. The drawer property, you pass in a drawer, and the drawer would have a child. This child now would be based on your customization. So it is here right now you're going to determine how your looks or the look of your drawer will be. You can customize your drawer here. So we're creating a class called the drawer layout. Inside the drawer child, we're passing in the drawer layout. So to create a drawer, you also need a key in the scaffold. This key will help determine the state of the drawer. So we're going to use a global key, and we're going to call this the drawer key. So passing, you have the scaffold state, and we're passing in the drawer key. So the drawer key now is equal to the global key. So you're passing in the global key, you're going to pass in the drawer key, pass it to the key property of the scaffold. Now with this drawer key, you can determine the state of the scaffold. When the drawer is open or closed, you can determine the state of the drawer with this drawer key. So to create a drawer, you need a key inside the scaffold. So now we want to create a layout, and we're going to call this layout the drawer layout. So going to the library, we're going to create a new .dat file. So this new .dat file is going to be called the drawer layout. This is where we're going to customize our drawer, and it's going to be a stateful widget. So the drawer layout is where we customize our drawer, and it's a stateful widget. So we import the material app, or the material.dat library. So the container here, we have a child, we have children, a column, then we have children inside the container. So this is how the drawer is gonna look. Gonna have a container. The drawer is gonna have a column. So we're passing the container inside the column, and the height of the container is 200, and the color of the container is deep orange. So it will have a padding. I hope you're following. Just follow this up. You can customize this the way you want it. You can change your drawer layout, but this is how I'm gonna do mine. I'm gonna give the container a color of deep orange, and we're gonna have a padding in the container. So the child to the container would be a center widget. Then the child to the center widget will be an icon. So we're gonna have icons dot person. Okay, so the size of the icon will be 100, and we're also gonna give it a color. So the icon color is gonna be white. The icon is gonna have a white color. We're gonna close this. So we also have another container in the column. We have two containers. We're creating another container. We're gonna have this container have a child row. So the drawer layout is made up of a container with a column and a column with two containers in it. And the second container has a row. We're creating a main axis alignment. We are giving the row a main axis of alignment now of center. So it's going to be in the center. The widgets are going to be aligned in the center. So we have a text widget now inside the row. So the first widget here, we're just going to write welcome, welcome here, and also we're going to close this container, and we're going to create more of these containers inside the column, you see. So all we're going to do right now, we're going to copy it and we're going to paste it again, because we're going to have similar containers. We're pasting it, we're going to have like 3 or 4 others. So we want to give this container here a color of white. And we're going to change this text in the we're going to change the text of the remaining 3, the ones we just copied and pasted. We're going to change the text of other count. We're going to change the text of the other one. We're changing it to frequently asked questions, and we're changing this one to I'm going to change this one to logout. So we're going to copy the drawer layout, and we're going to use it in the home.dart. Okay, we already have it here. All we have to do is to import it. So once we import it, the drawer layout will have a child. So that is how we actually just design the drawer layout. That is how the layout will look like when you click the button. So we're almost done with this. But right now in the scaffold, we need a body. So I'm going to create a function. This function will return a widget, and this widget will be displayed on the body, in the body of the scaffold. So we're going to create a function. The first is a function called open drawer. This open drawer will open the drawer when you execute the function. So to open the drawer, we're making use of the drawer key. So the drawer key, we're gonna dot current state dot open drawer. So we're gonna say the drawer key dot current state dot open drawer. So when you call on this function, it executes and the drawer will open. So coming down inside the new state class, we have another function, and we're calling it the widget because it's going to return a widget, and we're going to call it the body function. Okay. So the body function here is going to return a widget that will display on the body of the scaffold. So we're going to return a container This container will have a child, and the child will be a column with children. So the first child is gonna be a text, and in this text we're gonna write click to open. We're gonna write click to open the drawer, and then the style of the text is gonna be, you're gonna use a text style, and the color would be white. Oh sure, okay, yeah, we're gonna use white. Click to open the drawer, and the size, gonna have the font size. It's gonna be 30 point. I'm gonna use 25. Let's change this. Let's use black, so that you can see the text. We're gonna use a color that you're gonna see the text. We're gonna use deep orange. So if we use white, you're not gonna see the text clearly because the container is white. So we're going to use a different color from the container. So that is it for the text. And we're also gonna have another widget inside the column. I'm gonna have a container widget. And the container, I'm going to use a decoration. So we want to decorate the container to look like a button. So the decoration, you're going to use a box decoration. We're going to give it a border radius of like a circular border radius. So border radius circular. Then we're gonna pass in the radius here. The radius is 19.0. So the color for the button 2 is gonna be deep orange. We're gonna use the same color with the text. It's gonna be a deep orange color. And the child for the container is going to be a text widget. So in the text we're going to write open. So we're going to copy the style from the previous text, and we're using it here so that we save time. We're just going to copy and use the same style, but we change the text color to white and we change the font size. That is it. The text color is white and we change the font size. So the text is in the center of the container now, and the container is going to have a height of 60.0. Okay. So the width for the container is going to be 300.0, and that is the width. So between the text and the container, I'm going to have a sized box. And the height for the size box is 20. So the column now is going to have a main axis alignment. Of center. Okay. All right. So we're done with the body of the scaffold. So we just have to let me wrap this in a container here or something, in a gesture detector. So we're gonna use a gesture detector to what do you call it? We're gonna use the gesture detector to detect tap events, so that when the user tap on the buttons, when you just tap on the button, it will execute a function, the open drawer. The gesture detector help you to detect gestures. So we want to detect a gesture called the untap gesture, and we're also going to call the function open drawer when the user clicks on the button. So inside the untap function of the gesture detector, we're passing in the open drawer. So when you click on the button now, it will open the drawer. So we call the function the body function. We call it inside the body property of the scaffold. So now I'm running the app, and you're going to see the result. So we're going to run the Flutter run. So Flutter run is going to execute. So when we run the app, we had these results now. So the app ran, and now this is how it looks like, you see. So this should be the drawer. This is how yours should look like too. But you can customize your drawer. You can make it look different by customizing your drawer layout. So this is a simple drawer in Flutter. So subscribe. Thank you.